When something like a container for food is not stored correctly, it can be dangerous when you least expect it. Like it can fall on you, or you could probably, or if it's a knife or something sharp, it can dangerously cut you when not stored safely. Always store certain items in a safe way so then they can be safe not only at your house, but at your work if you work in a restaurant. Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes. And today in this video, I have a story time for you. Sorry, I had to press my row counter. Anyway, as you guys can see, I'm knitting a project here. So this is actually going to be a knit with me story time. And today's knit with me story time is going to be the story about the time one of my coworkers was trying to reach a container, and because the container was not stored the right way, it ended up being stored a way it could fall, and she got hit in the head. So this is a story about how one of my coworkers went to go grab a container, and as she went to go grab the container, one container fell on her head. Luckily, she didn't have a concussion, but it still was pretty hazardous. So this is a story just to teach you guys that when you're putting containers away at work, it's really important to put them away the correct way, because if you put them away the lazy way, then they can and will fall out. And I'm going to be honest, I was never like this at work, but at home I am terrible at storing my own containers. So I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I am very bad at storing my own containers myself, and I'm still kind of working on it. So just keep in mind you should always put containers away the right way at work so that they don't fall on top of you or whoever's trying to grab them. So I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. And because I won't be using names for safety purposes, I'm going to give my coworker a name and call her Container because she got hit in the head with a container. Sorry, I couldn't find my row counter. Anyway, so this all started about 7 years ago. I was working at my old job. I was working as a floater at a coffee shop at the time. A lot of you guys, if you've watched my channel, you know that I used to work as a floater for a coffee shop. So I was working at my coffee shop job, and I was working with one of my coworkers. I'm going to call this coworker Container. Yes, that's her name in this story, because she was grabbing a container and she had a container fall on top of her head. So my coworker went to go grab a container because she was putting some food she made away in the restaurant. Or was it a sauce she was putting away? I don't remember what she was getting ready to put away, but she was getting ready to put something away in the restaurant because she had just finished making whatever it was, or she wanted to store some food so it wouldn't get wasted. I don't remember what she was putting away, but I know she was getting ready to put something away. And as she goes to grab a container, the containers are not stored correctly, and I didn't put the containers away because I was not there the day before. Or I think someone else had put them away, so I don't remember putting the containers away, but they were stacked very crooked and not safe. So my coworker goes to grab a container, and as she goes to grab it, the container falls, and then she gets hit in the head by one container, and we hear a loud bam. And then I turn around and ask my coworker, "Are you okay?" And then she tells me, "Yeah, I just got hit in the head with a container." And she looked like she got hurt kind of bad. It wasn't like bad, like it was a concussion, but she got hurt to the point where it hurt her head. I was worried about her. So we found out that the containers were stored incorrectly. And I'm going to be honest, I'm really bad at storing containers. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think it was me because I think pretty sure it was a Saturday and I wasn't working on the day before. Someone else the day before had accidentally was rushing to put the containers away or something during closing and stuff, and they had accidentally stacked them to where they had to rush stacking the containers, and she got hit in the head. So my boss comes in as he heard the noise. He's like, is everything okay? And my coworker said she got hit in the head by a container. And it turned out the containers were stacked crooked. So my boss gets the containers down, and I help him by taking the containers out, and then we start stacking them the correct way. And after we stack them the correct way and put them inside the correct way, we put them back. And so we make it like a safety thing. And then he tells people not to stack anything crooked, any containers crooked, because they can fall and hurt somebody. And we just didn't want that to happen again. And we were very glad, and everybody started pretty much following the rules for putting the containers away in the restaurant. So it made it a lot safer for a work environment in the kitchen. So the moral of the story is, when things like containers or anything glass is not stored correctly, it can and will definitely fall on you. If you stack it the lazy way, then it can and will fall, and it can hurt somebody pretty bad. Not too bad, like they have a concussion, but they'll get a bruise on the head. So you should always stack like things like containers correctly, or like anything glass correctly. Always store and stack things correctly, so then they don't fall on top of anyone at all. So please be super careful when putting things like containers away, because you don't want anything to fall on somebody and hurt them. So that was a story about how one of my coworkers got hit in the head with a container when she went to go grab one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this video taught you how important it is to stack things like containers properly, because you don't want to stack them the crooked way, because they can and will fall. And it makes not only more work for your coworkers to have to straighten and reorganize, but also it can be kind of hazardous in the work environment. So please always stack containers the correct way when you're putting them away. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoons sometimes. And I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.
If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe.